Welcome back to our County Seat Special on Wilderness. Now, to this point in the show, we have talked about the definition of wilderness. We have talked about the special designations that have been used for potential wilderness. Now we have to look at the recipient of the impact. That is the community that surrounds wilderness areas. There is, without a doubt, a significant impact on gateway communities. Just take a look at this.
Wilderness does have economic impacts. It prevents us from other economic uses of the land. And so I know that there are a lot of local communities and counties in Utah that are concerned. They have a hard time generating the revenues to provide necessary services for their people. We have a hard time in Utah raising the money to educate our children because of the amount of public land in Utah that's not taxed. So the more restrictions we put on the land, the more restrictions there are on our ability to provide important services for people.
As a policymaker for the state of Utah, when 2/3 of your land is locked up and not available for any kind of property taxes, mineral extraction, job development, you cannot balance the budget, you cannot meet the needs of the school children, higher education, Medicare, all the things that we have to do as policymakers. You cannot do it on 1/3 of the property.
It's wrong to say that there's no economic activity from wilderness, because there are. They draw tourists, and that development is sustainable, theoretically, forever. It will always be there, it will always continue to draw people if it's well managed. Whereas you have the industrialist way of looking at the land as something to chew up and spit out. And I think we're starting to move away from that, from the idea that if a land hasn't had a hole dug in it, then it's worthless.
For many, the value of these untrammeled areas goes far beyond dollars and cents. There is an emotional connection that affects both sides of the wilderness argument.
These towns that have been here since the white man came across the Mississippi have developed a relationship, and it can be as simple as being able to access the land for fishing or an afternoon of hiking or hunting. Now, when you change that relationship, you fundamentally change the culture, you change the community, and it's something that's unquantifiable.
We should all care about these places, not just care about the public lands that we find special, but care about the surrounding communities. We want them to be viable.
I personally do not believe that it is the economy against the environment or the environment against the economy. It is finding the balance between the economy and the environment. Wilderness, I believe, has a tremendous value to the citizens of Utah. The value sometimes does not equate to dollars, to a financial accounting value. But I believe that it is part of our heritage. It is part of our American spirit to be able to see the natural world as it really was, as it really should be for generations to come.
The perspectives from the different ways that we view wilderness point out that the values are not tied directly to a measurable economic benefit. But the question remains, how much of each type of designation is needed to fulfill the many different desires?
A lot of our citizens need to reconnect with the land. We in Utah BLM really believes very strongly that recreation is a way to reconnect our citizens back to the landscape. Our call and our charge from the BLM is to provide multiple uses, no matter how small the group may be and no matter how large the group may be.
As you can see, with the impact wilderness has, the communities that surround them have to be part of the equations. So the question remains, how do we build a bridge that will bring all the parties together in the wilderness debate and create a solution that's a lasting one for everyone? We'll look at how one county did it when we come back.
At the Prehistoric Museum, USU Eastern, there's no time like the past. Interpretive exhibits tell a tale of long ago. Observation labs allow visitors to witness the processes of preparation and curation and speak one-on-one with the preparators. Dinosaurs, Ice Age, and archaeology allow you to experience life 500 million years in the making. What happens in Utah's Castle Country stays with you.
There aren't a lot of places in this world where you can feel truly free and wild, where the horizon invites you to set off on adventure. Find adventure at the Tooele County Fair August 2nd through the 4th. We'll kick it all off with an annual rodeo August 2nd and 3rd, and enjoy a special concert with the Bellamy Brothers on August 3rd. Then we'll wrap up with our Demolition Derby. Tooele County. Experience endless horizons.
Let's be honest, you don't know much about Beaver County. Well, let me tell you about it. It's the birthplace of outlaw Butch Cassidy and inventor Philo T. Farnsworth. Some of the best skiing in Utah is at Eagle Point. You've got camping, Canyon Breeze Golf Course, Crusher and the Tushers, Beaver Territorial Courthouse, snowmobiling, renewable energy, Pioneer Car Show, Squeaky Cheese, Ghost Towns to explore, best water in the country, Paiute ATV trails, Old Frisco Kilns, horse racing, hunting, fishing, and it's a good place to live. Beaver County, mountains of fun. I could tell you more, but why don't you come and see it for yourself?